Have you ever wondered why dogs are so protective of their owners and their kids? This question has puzzled many for years. It's as if our canine companions have a sixth sense, always on alert, ready to fiercely protect their human pack. Is it purely instinct, a result of centuries of cohabitation, or is there a deeper scientific explanation behind this behavior? Today, we're diving into the mystery of why dogs showcase such an unwavering loyalty and protective nature. Let's uncover the truth behind this intriguing behavior. To understand this protective nature, we must first delve into the history of dogs and humans. This tale takes us back to the time when the first wolves ventured close to human campsites, drawn by the tantalizing smell of leftover food. This was the beginning of a relationship that would span thousands of years and evolve into the deep bond we share with our canine companions today. Over time, these wolves began to change, both in their physical characteristics and behavior. They became smaller, their muzzles shortened, their teeth less sharp. Essentially, they transformed from wild, fearsome predators into the diverse breeds of dogs we know and love today. This process, known as domestication, was not a quick one. It took place over millennia, with each generation of dogs becoming more attuned to human behavior, more understanding of our gestures and emotions, and more deeply bonded with us. Dogs were not just passive recipients in this process, they actively participated in their own domestication. The wolves that were friendlier and less aggressive towards humans were more likely to receive food and protection from them. Over time, these traits were passed on to their offspring, creating a lineage of dogs that were naturally inclined to live with humans. But dogs were not only kept for their ability to help with hunting or guarding, they were also companions, friends, and family members. Evidence of this can be found in ancient human burials, where dogs were often buried alongside their human companions. This suggests that even thousands of years ago, dogs were considered part of the family. Throughout history, dogs have been there for us, in good times and bad. They've helped us hunt, protected our homes, and provided us with companionship and unconditional love. They've been our allies, our helpers, and our friends. This shared history, this mutual journey, has created a bond between dogs and humans that is unlike any other. This long history has led to a deep, mutual understanding between dogs and humans. It's why your dog seems to know when you're sad, why they're always there to greet you with a wagging tail, and why they're so protective of you and your family. They're not just pets, they're part of our history, part of our families, and part of our hearts. Now let's dive into the science behind why dogs are so protective. Have you ever wondered why your furry friend is so devoted to keeping you safe? Well, it's actually rooted in their ancestral behaviors. You see, dogs are descendants of wolves, which live in packs. Each pack has a structure, with a dominant leader and members that follow. This pack mentality is still very much alive in our domestic dogs today. When dogs become part of our families, they view us as their pack. This means that they see us as members of their social group, and therefore they feel a strong need to protect us. Just as a wolf would protect its pack from outside threats, dogs will guard their human family against any perceived danger. This is why you might notice your dog becoming alert or anxious when a stranger approaches you or your home. They're not just being overly cautious, they're tapping into their deep-rooted instinct to protect their pack. But it's not just about protection. This pack mentality also fosters a sense of belonging and unity among dogs and their human families. Dogs are social animals, and they thrive on companionship and interaction. When they view us as part of their pack, they form strong emotional bonds with us. These bonds are what drive their loyalty and protectiveness. Of course, each dog is unique, and their protective behavior can vary. Some dogs might be more protective due to their breed or individual personality traits. For instance, breeds like German Shepherds and Rottweilers are known for their protective instincts. On the other hand, some dogs might show less protective behavior if they're more independent or less social. Regardless of their breed or personality, one thing is for sure. Dogs are hardwired to protect their pack. Their love for us is not just emotional, but also instinctual. They see us as their family, and they would do anything to keep us safe. So, their protective nature is, in fact, a survival instinct. But why do dogs seem to have a special protective instinct towards kids? Well, it all comes down to the pack mentality. You see, dogs are pack animals by nature. They thrive in groups, and when they become a part of our families, they see us as their pack. Now within this pack, they perceive kids as the most vulnerable members, almost like their own puppies. This triggers a strong protective instinct in them to ensure the safety of these little ones. It's a beautiful demonstration of their innate compassion and care. Now, let's delve a little deeper. Have you ever noticed how your dog seems to be in tune with your emotions? They know when you're happy, they sense when you're sad, and they're right by your side when you're feeling under the weather. This emotional sensitivity isn't just limited to adults. In fact, dogs are especially attuned to children's emotions. Children, with their unfiltered expressions of joy, sorrow, fear, or excitement, provide a clear emotional signal that dogs can easily pick up on. So when a child is upset or in distress, the dog's protective instinct kicks in full gear. They'll often try to comfort the child, stay by their side, or even position themselves between the child and whatever they perceive as a threat. It's as if they're saying, "Don't worry, little one, I've got your back." But this emotional sensitivity goes beyond protection. It also fosters a deep bond of friendship and companionship. Dogs don't just protect children, they play with them, comfort them, and provide a sense of security. They're not just pets, they become a child's confidant, playmate, and sometimes their most trusted secret keeper. So the next time you see a dog being protective of a child, remember, it's not just about guarding. It's about love, empathy, and an unspoken promise of being there for their little human friend through thick and thin. This sensitivity towards emotions makes dogs not just protectors, but also incredible companions. Does this mean all dogs are naturally protective, or does training play a part? Well, let's dive into that. Training plays a significant role in enhancing a dog's protective instincts. While dogs are innately protective, they don't necessarily know the appropriate time or way to express this instinct. That's where training comes in. Through the right kind of training, dogs can learn to channel their protective instincts in a way that is both safe and beneficial for their family. Consider this. A dog's protective instinct is like a raw diamond. It's beautiful and valuable in its natural state, but with a bit of polishing and cutting, in other words, training, it can become even more precious. Training helps dogs understand when to protect, who to protect, and how to protect. Now let's talk about breeds. It's a well-known fact that certain breeds are more protective than others. This is due to selective breeding. Over the centuries, humans have bred dogs to emphasize certain traits. For example, German Shepherds and Rottweilers are known for their protective nature because they were bred for jobs that required guarding and protecting. But this doesn't mean that only certain breeds can be protective. Any dog, regardless of its breed, can exhibit protective behavior. A Chihuahua may not be as physically formidable as a Rottweiler, but it can be just as fiercely protective of its family. Training can also help enhance a dog's protective instinct, regardless of its breed. Through training, a dog can learn to recognize potential threats and respond appropriately. It's not about making the dog aggressive, but rather teaching them to be vigilant and alert. Remember, training should always be done in a positive, respectful manner. Never try to force a dog to be protective. It's about guiding them, helping them understand their instincts, and showing them how to use those instincts in a beneficial way. So while dogs are naturally protective, certain aspects of their protective nature can be enhanced through training. So, to answer the question we started with, let's take a quick look back at what we've learned. We started our journey by delving into the rich history of dogs and humans. It's a tale as old as time, a bond forged through countless generations. This relationship, built on mutual respect and companionship, has evolved into something deeply emotional and protective. We then ventured into the fascinating world of science, shedding light on the protective nature of our furry friends. Dogs, with their heightened senses and instincts, are naturally wired to protect their pack. In a domestic setting, this pack is often their human family. This instinctive drive, combined with the deep bond they share with us, makes them our staunch defenders. Their bond with children, however, is something truly special. Dogs seem to recognize the innocence and vulnerability of kids, triggering their protective instincts even more. They become their playful companions, their watchful guardians, and their comforting confidants. And let's not forget the role of training. While dogs are naturally protective, appropriate training helps channel this instinct in a positive and controlled manner. It's a tool that helps them understand when to protect and when to relax, ensuring a safe and harmonious environment for everyone. In essence, it's clear that dogs' protective nature is a mix of instinct, bonding, and training. And this is why we call them man's best friend. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting facts about our furry friends.